How to balance aperture, shutter speed and ISO in manual mode. Imagine capturing a moment where everything looks just right, sharp, bright, and perfectly frozen or beautifully blurred. That's what balancing aperture, shutter speed, and ISO can do for your photos. But how do you get all three working together without making your image too dark or too bright? Let's break it down. First, think of aperture as the eye of your camera. It controls how much light enters through the lens. A wide aperture, like f1.8, lets in lots of light and gives you a blurry background. A narrow aperture, like f16, lets in less light and keeps more of the scene in focus. Next is shutter speed, which is how long your camera's sensor is exposed to light. Faster speeds, like 1/1000 of a second, freeze motion. Slower speeds, like 1/4 of a second, can create motion blur or show movement. Then there's ISO, which adjusts how sensitive your camera sensor is to light. Low ISO, like 100 or 200, produces clear images with little noise. Higher ISO, like 1600 or more, makes your camera more sensitive but can add grain or noise. To balance these, start by choosing your desired aperture based on your creative goal. Want a blurry background? Pick a wide aperture. Need everything in focus? Use a narrow one. Then set your shutter speed to match what you're photographing. If you're shooting a moving subject, pick a fast shutter speed. For still scenes, slower speeds work fine. Once those are set, adjust ISO to get the right exposure. Keep ISO as low as possible to avoid noise. If your scene is too dark, raise ISO. If it's too bright, lower ISO or increase shutter speed. Say you want a sharp picture of a person walking. Use a wide aperture to blur the background. Set a fast shutter speed like 1/500 to freeze movement. If the photo is too dark, bump up ISO from 100 to 400. If it's too bright, increase shutter speed to 1/1000 or close the aperture slightly. Use your camera's light meter or histogram to check if your exposure looks right. Remember, in bright sunlight, keep ISO low and adjust aperture and shutter speed to control exposure. In low light, open the aperture wide, slow down the shutter speed if motion blur is okay, or raise ISO. Practice makes perfect because every scene and lighting condition is different. Manual mode gives you full control so you can decide what's most important, whether it's sharpness, motion, or image quality. With a little patience, you'll learn how to make these three settings work together smoothly for stunning photos every time.